So I took a trip out to Arkansas to prospect for crystals. I went to a couple places, Crystal Vista, a couple different mines. Went up to Missouri for some Jersey. And I saved the best for last. So all this, there's some in there, there's some in my van, all came from, except for this, the Twin Creek Crystal Mine. Oh, and except for that. And this. Those two. Twin Creek Crystal Mine. Jimmy from Jim Herbert Outdoors paid for a pocket dig. Look at that. It was a $500 pocket dig each, I believe. And we literally pulled this out of the side of a mountain, pried away with pry bars. Look at this one. I cleaned some of these up. Look at that. So cool. But a lot of it has been cleaned, like this guy, that guy. Got some stuff in here soaking. Beautiful. So we're gonna start cleaning this stuff up. Got some points in here. And seeing what kind of beauties lie underneath this clay. Oh, that's an interesting point. I actually found this one in my van. I'm really excited to see what this one looks like. You got crystals pointing toward the right, crystals pointing towards the left. This is amazing. This is a good piece. Look at that. That is so cool. So this has been soaking overnight. I'm just gonna lightly spray it down. I'm collecting all the sand and dirt and clay to see if there's gold in here. That's for another video. But you want to be gentle when spraying these off, because you really don't want to break off all these little points. Like right there, those little guys. I cleaned it up the best I can right now. The best way to go about cleaning these is to lightly spray it and then dry it out so that the clay dries out, and then it gets brittle, and then you try to spray it again, because then the dry clay just crumbles. This is amazing. I didn't even know I had this. Look at that. Beautiful. Here we got another one I pulled out of my van. A nice little point right there. Yeah, this one's been sitting overnight, so now I'm gonna lightly spray it. And this one, the clay will come out a lot easier compared to that one, because that one's got a giant crevice. But we'll see how much we can get out in round one. This one cleaned up pretty good, actually. We're still gonna let it dry out and try for round two. This is awesome. This is a nice little piece. Yeah, these all came from the Twin Creek Crystal Mine. Pocket dig. Sweet. Here's the third one. Oh, see? That's why you gotta be gentle when spraying, because we already got a crystal point broke off. Definitely gonna save that though. Now here's the third one. Definitely want to see if I can cut this all off. Just so we got that little cluster. These are beautiful. Look at that. Oh. Stunning. So these are actually from Avatar. You can tell because they're small little crystals. All right, let's clean up this one. quick tip for those who have clusters: never use a toothbrush or a brush at all, because you'll tear these crystals right out. They're very sensitive, so you gotta be gentle. Also, if you're worried about being too rough with the sprayer, one thing you could do is hold it underwater about a half an inch to an inch above and spray it. That'll help dampen the pressure from the hose. This one turned out pretty good. So we got a couple more in here. This one. This thing is massive. We're gonna pull this out right now. We're gonna clean it up. There's another one back there, but I'm really excited to see what this looks like. All right, we put it in this bucket of water. Look at all the bubbling. We're gonna let this soak for a little bit and then we'll spray it down. Hi, what are you doing? Huh, boy? So I got this bucket that I left outside, and it's got clusters wrapped in tissue paper. I set all these in here. Oh, you can see all the mosquitoes. Yeah. Good thing we're doing that. What the heck? So random. Put that in there. Let's see what's under here. Man, this is gross. Oh, that's cool. Throw all these in here. Yeah, I kind of need two hands, but let's see. Let's grab one more. Oh, this is a little tiny one. Put that over there. Let's grab another. Ooh, that one's pretty neat. All right, got it transported. This may not be as great as I think, mainly over here. So let's spray it down. Yeah, it looks like got some small little points over here, right there. A lot of it hasn't formed yet, but right over here, that's where we got the beauties. I wonder if I could just cut this out. Probably not. This one turned out so good. Look at that. It's also got some small crystals forming on the bottom. Alright, lit up an incense, my favorite thing in the whole world, right after crystals. So, let's set this up. Boom. But I went to my place and grabbed the last of the Twin Creek crystals. Got good stuff in here. Got a really special one wrapped up right here. And the all-time favorite, the finale. We got a big boy under here. So let's take this box out and get to cleaning these clusters. Definitely helps to have a piece of cardboard That way we can really protect the special ones. I've got some extra containers, so I'm gonna put all the crystal points in there. Alright, let's see what we got here. Boom. Now because I'm collecting all the clay, I'm going above and beyond. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, let me get the spraying. Damn, look at this. Wow. That's a good one. They're like so clear that you can't even tell those are crystals. Beautiful. It looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one looks pretty cool. Let's clean this up. Gotta be careful, this stuff can cut you. Let's spray it. This one turned out pretty good. Got a nice little point. A little base. It's a good one. Alright, let's clean this bad boy. Here's the before. Boom. There we go. Let's see what's under here. I want to be gentle. Nice little baby one. Spray it. Not too shabby. Got a lot of broken pieces on this one. Not my favorite. That's okay. Let's see. Ooh, this is a nice one. I'm gonna use 2 hands for this. There we go. Looks like a piece of pizza. Or a slice of pie. Let's clean it up. This one's a built. I'm gonna let this one dry up before I can spray it down some more. Hopefully get rid of all that film. Cool. Not too shabby. Got a nice little point right there, laying down. It's nice to finally be washing these. That's beautiful. So is this. Damn. Alright. The last one in the box. This one's a hefty one. I forgot to show a before and after, but here's the after of the last one in the box. Still gonna dry it out. Do a second run. That is freaking beautiful. Look at that. Damn. I got some good stuff. That's definitely one of my tops. Yeah, let's see what we can find in here. Just got a bucket of crystals and dirt. Nice little point. Let me scrub that. else we got? Let's see what this is. Cutie. All right. We're down to the last two. These beauties. I've already shown this one before. I'm not even sure what this one looks like. So I'm gonna unwrap it, use two hands. And see what's under here. Jeez, I didn't even know I had this. Look at that. Shoot. Look at the quartz vein right there. This is sick. Wow. Let's clean this bad boy up. My phone died as I was cleaning it, but got this one all cleaned up. I did 2 passes on this. Sprayed it once, dried it out. Sprayed it a couple times, last time. This thing is freaking beautiful. Here's an interesting piece. Clean up and got some bunch of small ones in here. Nice little crystal. Got a little friend right there. And another friend right there. Is that a double term? Looks like a double term, can't tell. Pretty neat. Interesting shape, for sure. Now this one's interesting. We got 2 crossing over. That's cool. Really cool. Got a couple more that we gotta wash. And then we're gonna re-clean these. We cleaned these, all of these, about a few months ago. Oh, and we gotta clean these. Got a ton of points here. Check this one out. This one's got an awesome shape. It's got a little chip at the top. Too bad. It's alright though. Look at that. That's cool. Here's the first cup of points. It's gonna take a while to get through these, but I'll bring you guys along at the good ones. All right, it is day 2 of washing Twin Creek Pocket Dig crystals. Actually, technically day 3, because I started washing these about a few months ago. Got some really good stuff, but today we're gonna finalize this. These have all been sitting here. They've been washed, but we're gonna re-clean them. And then a lot of these still have clay in them. Right there. There's some clay buildup in some of the deep crevices. The way to clean those is you spray it first, let it dry. The clay crumbles, and then you spray it again. So we're gonna respray all these. And I got 2 big clusters left for last. So let's get these cleaned. And there's a bunch of points in here. So we'll get those cleaned as well. Oh, and last night, I actually started cleaning up a lot of the points that were in those cups. And here they are. The really special ones are in there. The really good ones. Got some really good stuff from Twin Creek. This is all untouched by the human hands, which is really special. This one's broken. Oh, there was a really cool one. Let's see. Might be in here. There it is. Look at this one. Just got a crystal. And then another one right there. Got some chunkies. I had an orange, so don't mind my nail. Look at that. Stunning. Alright, I got everything cleaned up. And we're gonna do a final showing of all my goodies tomorrow when the sun comes up. And I'm definitely, on another video, I'm gonna cut all this sandstone out. Got some pretty cool points, but like I said, we'll get into this when the sun comes out. Alright, so this is the last day of cleaning. Got all this stuff cleaned. Ignore this. We got 2 more clusters. Here's the first one. And then the second one is gonna be the best. Maybe. We got some really good stuff. I'll show you guys all this in the sun. But first, let's clean this up. This one cleaned up pretty good. We're gonna dry it out though for round 2. Got some nice little crystals right there. This is amazing. It's a good one. Let's try this one out. Let's set it right here. It's about 80 degrees right now, so that'll be quick. All right, the last melon. This one's got some chunkies. One right there. Look at that. This is a really good piece. All right, let's clean this one up. I already rinsed it off at the lake, but I'm excited to see what's underneath all this clay. I didn't even know there was a little crevice right there, right here. Man, this is definitely my favorite. Look at that, that's crazy. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. That's crazy, holy cow. So many different shapes and points going in all different directions. So we're gonna let that dry up a little bit more. Blast out the clay for another run. In the meantime, let me show you what we got over there. Ozzy, can you say adios, amigos? Huh, buddy? Huh? Well, that's, I'm finally done cleaning rocks. And I gotta say, I've got a lot. Got a lot of rocks, got a lot of crystals. Probably gonna try and sell some on Facebook Marketplace. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't, watch the Twin Creek Pocket Dig video. Go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. But if you found this video helpful, especially if you're trying to clean up your own clusters, then please like and please subscribe. I can't wait for the next adventure, and thank you to Jimmy. Thank you to Jim Herbert Outdoors for buying that $500 pocket dig, because it was definitely an amazing dig for sure. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, adios.